Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm Cheyenne Nicole. And this is my backseat of my car. We're in the backseat, you guys. You know what that means. I've been detailing my car and I feel so grateful. I've been, scooping up the poop with my new fancy detailer, and I've never been so happy to be knee deep in shite. You know what I mean? Do you hear that? They're coming for us! Okay. I just want to come on here and say thank you to everybody that's been supportive and uplifting, encouraging. Sometimes I think I have to have it all together to be on here, and the more I'm on here, the more I'm like, no, I'm just a human being. We're just hanging out. If you learn stuff, cool, but otherwise, thanks for hanging with me. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and before we got to the actual phone call, they had said, I was nervous. I was so nervous. I was talking on the phone. I don't talk on the phone very often unless it's for an appointment. So, I made sure to text first, like, hey, are you good to talk? Yeah, well, I was just like, hey, let me know when you're ready. And they said, hey, let me just get my nerves good. And that's exactly why I texted first, Then I got my kids situated, and the conversation started just like I just said. I want to have something to give. I want to have some type of value. And, that just hit my heart, because I was like, dude, you are the value. Connecting is the value. Hearing your stories about your family and your dreams and your struggles and being able to share mine, that is the value, And I had plans yesterday to get it all together instantly, clean out my garage. I did clean out my garage. Do this car stuff. I had so many plans that I was going to do yesterday. And although it was my business and all of the things that I want to get up off the ground, that was that's the value. It was the hearing about the home life and not trying to tackle the whole house, and hearing the encouragement and that inside their own household, and talking about just starting with one room and focusing on the things that matter, like playing. So instead of actually doing the things that I'm like, this is on my list, this is on my list, this is on my list, I was just actually sat down and I played dolls for the first time in I don't know how many years. I have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and probably going to get a little bit of hate for this, as I should, but I have not actually sat down and straight up just played like a little kid. And I did yesterday, and I love that for me. And even while I was playing, my brain was going, you gotta, what about the dishes? What about cleaning that space out there? What about the car? All these things are piling up. You gotta make those appointments. And I hopped on ChatGPT. I had to ask ChatGPT, why, when I'm doing something I love, playing is literally, when people ask me what I like to do, playing has always been my answer. And I love to play. So I don't know why over the years I have slowly, that part has gone away. I'm constantly trying to do something that's productive or worthy and stuff like that. And that's where I had come to attunement and, deep dived on attunement, because it said that I was attunement hungry. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? Chat, tell me what that means. And basically, my brain is trying to make sense of things and fill spaces inside of myself that have been taken up. And it made me think back to when my first two older children were little. I used to always go play at these mall playgrounds, you know? And I would look around at all the adults and they'd be like sitting on their phones while their kids are playing with me and my children. I'd think like, dude, why are you sitting there on your freaking phone? Like your kid's right here playing. Let's play. And it was so easy. I was playing all the time. And I think that we just get like disconnected from that part because of the to-do list, and then scrolling or being on our phones ends up being some type of, I don't know, it's got to be programming. But yeah, so I'm done here. I'm gonna go play some more, and I'm looking up ways to just connect with myself and get back to that playful spirit that I'm always playing. Obviously, you guys see me all the time. I'm always playing, but like strictly just playing, nothing else around. I'm gonna get back to that more. And I looked into like play. You play when it's safe. It's hard to focus on playing when you're stuck in survival mode, because you're in survival mode. Play signals that it's safe enough to play. That's something I have to have in my relationships, is I have to be able to play. We have to be able to play. So anyways, that's all I had to say about that. I love you guys. Sometimes the things that you think are just mundane or normal or not that big of a deal are the things that we need to connect over, so that we can understand that the little things are the big things. All of the little things are the big things. Playing is the big thing. Stopping to breathe is the big thing. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.